The radio station that stays on top of the news. All day. Every day. We are like no other. First of its kind in Ibadan, constantly on the green, giving you the best of broadcasting 24 hours. Agidigbo 88.7 FM, the people's voice.
There's a lot to digest and a lot of voices to be heard. Stick to the frequency that amplifies those voices, stories and reports that make the difference. This is Agidigbo News, 88.7 FM, the people's voice.
This is Kunle Amzat Studio. Agidigbo 88.7 FM. Welcome to News Around the World.
Good evening, welcome to News Around the World on Agidigbo 88.7 FM Ibadan, the most listened to radio station. I am Wuraola Yusuf. The headlines: NYSC gets a major reset as Tinubu approves a career-focused reforms. Analyst raises alarm over dirty Ibadan, bad roads. France becomes the first EU country to ban social media for children. Trump to witness return of US soldiers killed in Iran war. Argentina FA president pays tribute to Lionel Messi. And now the details. Last week on our big story, we told you how NYSC, set up 53 years ago by General Gowon to unite the post-war nation, is being reset. The federal government now wants it to function less as a unity service and more as an economic engine for graduates. Olajumoke Olatunjoye has the concluding part of the story.
This is a continuation of our big story on NYSC reforms. Now let's dive deeper. Under the new framework, every corps member will be required to pick one of 11 specialized streams upon registration. The federal government listed them as agriculture, medical, education, tech and digital, legal, public service, infrastructure, green, enterprise, creative economy, and paramilitary and security. Once a corps member registers under a stream, they will be recognized accordingly. For instance, as a member of a medical corps, we receive specialized training tailored to that stream during the final 2 weeks of orientation. The streams were designed to equip graduates with practical skills tailored to their academic backgrounds, career interests, and the needs for Nigerians' workforce. The reform also reviews how corps members are posted across states with greater consideration given to prevailing security challenges in different parts of the country. This builds on the risk-sensitive deployment Olawande had earlier described as part of the broader reform package. NYSC will now be headed by a civilian, while the military will continue to provide security for corps members nationwide. A structure Usman said reflects the administration's broader push to build the human capital needed for a $1 trillion economy. The reform also introduces a redesigned NYSC uniform that reflects professionalism and national pride, replacing the current outfits corps members have worn since the scheme's creation. In an interview, the Minister of Youth suggested that the uniform will be changed to Adire attire to boost the textile industry in the country. The passing out parade will also be scrapped in favor of a new graduation ceremony. Camp standards nationwide will be upgraded through a national grading and certification system. According to Dr. Olawande, as part of efforts to standardize the orientation experience across all NYSC camps.
An analyst on Agidigbo 88.7 FM program, Shokonwa, Comrade Femba Balola Obagun, has expressed concern over the worsening environmental conditions in Ibadan and its environs, and also drew attention to the deplorable state of the road in Yawiri, which he described as terribly bad and in urgent need of government intervention. Speaking during the program today, Comrade Obagun lamented that many areas in the city are now dirty, a sharp contrast to what it used to be, which according to him, previous efforts made to keep Ibadan clean appear to be slowly down, leaving streets and public spaces in poor sanitary condition.
You look at the kind of road it's unfortunate that when you look at the kind of road that we have in our place, that is Yawuri down to Tela all the way to Kute, it's so bad. And can I say it is not even motorable, because there are a lot of potholes. Can I even call it potholes? There are a lot of something like pits along the way. The better the government can do that, the more it will be better for every one of us there.
Comrade Obagun has therefore urged the Oyo State government to act swiftly to restore cleanliness across the city and to also fix the bad roads, especially in areas like Yawiri, stressing that urgent action is needed to improve the living conditions of residents and to return Ibadan to its former status as a clean and well-maintained city. People diagnosed with early prostate cancer often have many treatment options to consider. However, some less common types of prostate cancer spread quickly and may cause death. Healthcare professionals have found several factors that raise the risk of this cancer, including older age, obesity, and a family history of prostate cancer. Akidibu FM's correspondent Adekunle Adefeha reports.
Prostate cancer is one of the most common types of cancer in men, and it's often detected early and usually grows slowly. However, most people with prostate cancer are cured, especially when it is detected early. From medical research, the disease is more common among black men, who are also more likely to develop aggressive or advanced tumors. Treatment options may include surgery, radiation therapy, or active surveillance to monitor the cancer and ensure it does not grow. Speaking with Agidigbo FM News, a medical expert, Pastor Dr. Ajay, said the risk increased significantly after age of 50. He added that even if the cancer grows beyond the prostate or spreads, there are still many treatment options.
Change in hormones, hormone imbalance, and also it is an hereditary. So due to what has happening in the family background, if you have father that has had it, there is a tendency. So then age, it's due to age also.
In an interview, retired civil servant Alhaji Kazim shared his thoughts on prostate cancer in men.
And within the ages of 30 and above, so you must have sex with your wife. So, but prostate cancer is a disease that can occur at the age of 60 and above.
However, a retired military officer said a similar thing happened to him shortly after the death of his wife, until his brother advised him to remarry.
He said, now, say I should go and try. I say, I cannot fornicate because I'm a Christian. Because of that, I struggle and can get a woman. When I married, the thing started reducing.
Furthermore, in an interview, Mr. Timothy said the prostate is necessary because it produces fluid that nourishes and transports sperm. He added that the risk of prostate cancer may be higher in people exposed to certain chemicals, including those found in food and fruit.
The little thing I think that causes this is adaptation to too much of this eatery, whatever. When you go to eatery, you eat this, but this food, they are fond of too much of preservatives. It kills the body cells.
A health specialist and early stage prostate cancer. Signs include blood in the urine, blood in the semen, and difficulty starting urination. Other symptoms can occur during the period. However, maintaining a healthy lifestyle may reduce your risk of developing prostate cancer. Adekunle Adefeya, Agidigbo FM News.
Now it is time to link up with our United Kingdom studio for the foreign news.
News from Kulanza Studio at Gidigbo FM, United Kingdom. I am Olushola Damilola. Joshua Kerry, the 28-year-old suspect in the killing of Anne Wincombe, has appeared in court for the first time. Wincombe was struck 21 times on her head with hammer. Prosecutor Kashif Malik said the former Tory minister had been hidden when the suspect allegedly pulled up outside her house in Devon in a red box Alcosa before going in through the front door. The court was told the suspect, Joshua, walked into her kitchen and allegedly used a hammer to hit her. Wincombe served as Conservative MP for Maidstone in Kent for 23 years and was appointed to ministerial roles in Sir John Major's government in the 1990s. Kerry was charged with one count of murder on Monday night following an investigation led by counter-terrorism detective. The suspect appeared emotionless in the dock and spoke only to confirm his name, date of birth, and address during the short hearing at Westminster Magistrate Court. French lawmakers voted yesterday to ban social media use for children under the age of 15, making it the first country in the European Union to introduce such an age limit. Australia made history late last year when it implemented the first ban on social media for under 16. The British government announced similar restriction last month, expected to come into effect next year. Although Spain, Greece, and Denmark are also planning to impose minimum age limit for social media use, French lawmakers overwhelmingly voted in favor of the bill, which was strongly backed by French President Emmanuel Macron, which will be signed into law. The new law will be enforced by France's audiovisual and digital communication regulator, and it is expected to apply to all the major platforms. And that ends the news from Kulanza Studio at Gidigbo FM, United Kingdom. I am Olushola Damilola.
Welcome back. We shall also be moving to our Maryland studio, United States, for more foreign news.
News from Kule Amzat Studio at Gidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Sonia. President Donald Trump will travel to Dover Air Force Base in Delaware on Wednesday to attend a dignified transfer ceremony honoring 4 U.S. service members killed in recent Iranian attacks in the Middle East. Their remains will be returned to the United States in flag-draped caskets. The ceremony comes as criticisms of the U.S. military campaign against Iran continues to grow. The conflict has cost American taxpayers at least $37.5 billion, claimed the lives of 18 U.S. service members, and left more than 450 troops injured. Thousands of Iranians have also been killed. Lawmakers from both parties have questioned the direction and objectives of the war, which has driven up global oil prices and shows little sign of ending. Trump has outlined varying goals for the military campaign. Dover Air Force Base, home to the nation's largest military mortuary, has long served as the site of dignified transfer ceremonies attended by presidents, vice presidents, and other senior officials during times of war and military conflicts. As well as ousted President Nicolas Maduro and his wife Celia Flores are due back in a U.S. court on Wednesday for a hearing over the upcoming schedule in their drug trafficking case, including a possible June 2027 trial start date. The hearing before U.S. District Judge Alvin Elliston, scheduled to start at noon in Manhattan Federal Court, could shed light in the next steps. U.S. Special Forces captured Maduro and Flores at their heavily guarded home in Caracas during a January 3 nighttime raid ordered by President Donald Trump. They were brought to New York, where they had been indicted on charges of using their leadership positions in the oil-rich South American country to facilitate cocaine shipments. They have pleaded not guilty and no trial date has been set. And that ends the news from Kule Amzat Studio at Gidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Sonia.
And now the exciting world of sports. Argentina Football Federation president Claudio Tapia played a glowing tribute to captain Lionel Messi for his outstanding contribution to the national team and becoming the first player to start the three World Cup finals on Sunday. Tapia posted a photograph of an emotional Messi standing on the MetLife Stadium pitch after receiving the runners-up medal and wrote a story that will live forever, as there are no words in the dictionary that can adequately express their gratitude for everything he gave to them as a captain. Messi did not speak to the reporters when he left the MetLife Stadium after earning his 250th cap for the Albiceleste, and it remains to be seen whether Sunday's was his final game in an Argentina jersey, as he was unable to deliver against Spain, having previously shone with 8 goals and 4 assists in the tournament. To wrap up the news this evening, here's a recap of the headlines. NYSC gets a major reset as Tinubu approves the career-focused reforms. Analyst raises alarm over dirty Ibadan, bad roads. France becomes the first EU country to ban social media for children. Trump to witness return of US soldiers killed in Iran war. Argentina FA president pays a tribute to Lionel Messi.
Don't forget that you can listen to us live on our website www.agidigbo88.7fm.com. You can also download our mobile app on Google Play Store and iOS. Simply search for Agidigbo 88.7 FM. Follow us on Facebook at Agidigbo 88.7 FM, on Twitter and Instagram at Agidigbo 887 FM, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have news stories and tips for us, contact our newsroom on 070-8714-4865 or send us a mail on newsroom@agidigbo887fm.com.
And before we go this evening, here is a quick tip. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Finally, we have come to the end of the news around the world on Agidigbo 88.7 FM Ibadan, the most listened to radio station. I am Wuraola Yusuf. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
News is information, and information is power. At Agidigbo 88.7 FM, we bring the news from top to bottom.
There are states in the